Some of y'all can come on this other side if you want. All right, are we ready?
I think so.
Good. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. We called this press conference today to add some more information in terms of where we are in our investigation in the mass shooting that occurred Saturday in Cordova. And so I'll start by reading some preliminary information as to where we are today, and then you'll also hear me ask for the public's help. But then we also will hear from family members regarding who Mr. Corey Adams was, and also their partnership in our plea for the public's help in bringing this case to a conclusion. So you will hear directly from Corey's mom and brother. And so again, we'll start with just a few comments, or at least a little narrative on what occurred Saturday. So Shelby County Sheriff's Office detectives continue to investigate a mass shooting that took place at about 10:14 p.m. on Saturday, July the 19th, outside a residence on Firm Glen Cove in Cordova. When deputies arrived at the intersection of Forest Hill Irene and Walnut Grove, they found an adult male gunshot victim. They provided life-saving measures until the Shelby County Fire Department arrived. Shelby County Fire Department personnel later pronounced the victim deceased on the scene. Upon arrival at Fern Glen Cove, about a mile down the road, deputies found multiple shell casings and learned that 4 adult males arrived by personal vehicles to area hospitals with gunshot wounds. All 4 victims at the time were listed in non-critical condition. At this time, 3 of the 4 have been released from the hospital and 1 remains hospitalized. Shelby County Sheriff's Office detectives have identified the homicide victim in the shooting as 18-year-old Corey Adams of New Orleans, Louisiana. And as I indicated earlier, some of the family members are here. Yesterday afternoon, July 20th, Shelby County Sheriff's Office detectives returned to the scene to continue their investigation into the shooting. Here is some general information that we know about the incident. Apparently, there was a pool party being held at the home of Firm Glen Cove, and we think that party had reached probably about 100 or more attendees. When the party ended, the attendees spilled into the cove and gunfire erupted, striking at least 5 people. More than 40 rifle and pistol shell casings were found by detectives. And I want to say that one more time because that's important. More than 40 rounds by a rifle and a pistol were found on the scene by our detectives. The shooter remains an active homicide investigation by the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and we're asking anyone with information to call 528-CASH or contact our detectives at 901-222-5600. Now, we're going to allow questions here in a moment of the Sheriff's Office personnel. The family will not take any questions, but here's what I want to invite. We have far more questions right now than we have answers. We know that more than 100 people were attending this party. So we know people saw something or they heard something. There are houses, other houses around where this pool party was held. So what we need, let's start with the neighbors. If anyone near this location have surveillance video, we're asking for you please to contact our detectives at 901-222-5600. We need to review that footage to find out if there's any pieces of evidence that we can use from that camera. Sometimes in these situations, we have community members who will say, you know, I saw something on my camera, but I don't think it was anything much. We don't want you to be the person who makes that determination. Let our detectives take a look at that footage and determine whether or not we can use it to piece together this very complex puzzle right now. But then also for the more than 100 people who attended this pool party, I truly believe that somebody heard something, somebody saw something. We need you to step up. We need you to call us. We need you to call Crime Stoppers. This is how we reinvest in our city. We cannot allow this kind of behavior to continue in our community. We all have to be partners in this. I had the opportunity to visit with the family this morning. Corey was a good young man. He didn't deserve this. And what I can tell you is that this is a priority one case for us. We have a team of detectives, more than a dozen, who have been assigned to this case and have literally worked around the clock ever since this incident occurred, and will continue to work it. We will find the shooter or shooters responsible for this, and we will put them in jail. This family deserves closure, and this family deserves to see the best of Memphis, to see the best of our citizens here. They deserve that. Put yourself in the family member's shoes. If this was your brother, your child, your nephew, what would you want to happen? We're asking for the best of our people to step up and give us information. We will now hear from Corey's mom, Ms. Bernhard, and then later Cadence Adams. And again, they're going to make some brief comments. They will not take any questions. And you'll hear from me again here in a moment. Mom.
I first want to say thank you to God for allowing me to be here to speak on behalf of my child. Thank you to everyone, the outpouring of love, support, Ole Miss and the car, the sheriffs. I've been getting so much love, and I just want to say thank you because I appreciate everything that is being done to find out what happened and get justice for my son. They took a good one, y'all. My son was not a bad child. He lived for football. He was an all-star defensive player for Endicott. My son dreamed of going to the NFL. As a mother, he begged me to work. I said, no, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to struggle so that you can continue to focus 8 to 8 all day at football practice, so you can fulfill your dreams. My child played football for Ole Miss. On his time off, he just wanted to enjoy himself. He got to the pool party. The pool party was over. 10 minutes, he walking back to the car and was killed. He knew no one was in the party. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. If anybody knows me, they knows my boys is my life. Corey wasn't just anybody. That was my life. My boys are my life. Anybody knows him. If I went to work, he knows I work long hours. If it's a minute after 12 hours, my son want to know where I'm at. He's calling my mom. Mom, where you at? No, you don't work longer than 12 hours. My son was my all. He didn't deserve this. He wasn't in the street. He wasn't selling drugs. He wasn't doing anything besides pursuing his dream of becoming an NFL player. And he was doing a phenomenal job, and they took it from him. They took it from him. I didn't get to see him fulfill his dreams. And I'm begging for somebody just to, please just come forth and help. I just want justice. I can't give my son the rest of what I wanted to give him in life, but the least I can do is give him justice. He was not a bad child. My child simply got to this party within 10 minutes and he was killed, wasn't even in the party. From the time my child was born, I can't tell you how the love The love is for my kids. I'm a mother that will do anything for my children. Anybody who knows me knows my boys is my life. He was just coming down here to enjoy himself on his day off from practice. He didn't deserve to die. I'm asking for anybody who has any information to help me. I can't get my child back. I can't get him back to see him play at Ole Miss. I can't get him back to see him play in the NFL. But the least I can do, knowing that my child will at least have justice, for him, I want to just make sure that he gets justice. He was not a bad child. My child strictly lived, I can't stress enough, lived for football. He lived for football. His family was his life. My child was my best friend. My best friend. And I can't go on without him. But I will, because I have 5 other boys that I've raised just as well as I've raised him. I'm that mother. Well, at 9 o'clock, you're not running the streets at 9. You inside. I raised my boys to be really damn good men, and have somebody take it away from me seeing him pursue his dreams. I can't use the right words, it's so devastating. It's devastating. This is devastating. So I'm just asking anybody, please, I just want justice for my son. I just want justice for my son. My boys are really close. My boys are super close. All of them play sports. All of them play football. We're a diehard football family. And I'm asking anybody just to help me get closure by getting justice for him. My son would do anything for me, and I can't do anything else for him, being that he's gone. But this is the least I can do. And I'm gonna share this, and I'm gonna get down on my birthday on Wednesday. He texts me, and Mom, I love you so much, happy birthday. You know, sometimes people don't have, have their mother or have such a good mother like you, and I appreciate you for being who you are. And I love you so much, you're so wonderful. Like, that's the type of things that my son just would tell me every day. He never forgot where he came from, never. His family was his life. He didn't do anything wrong. My child was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I just want justice for him, please. And I thank you guys.
As you can hear the pain in Corey's mom, and again, we ask the public to understand that pain, but not just hear it, but respond to it. We will now hear from Corey's brother.
I've played football with my big brother for 13 years, and every time I played with him, he's always pushed me, made me better. And people around him, he was always positive, pushing them, making them the best they could be. He would walk in and just light up a room, like make everybody happy, take up all the bad emotions. Even at home, he'll do what he can to make everybody happy and do what he could. My brother didn't deserve this, man. He just wanted to play football at Ole Miss and make it to his dream, and it's unfortunately got cut short. My brother, he was a great person, He never did nothing wrong to nobody. He never had like beef with nobody, no problems. He just wanted to have fun, and this one time, he was there at the wrong time. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say. I loved him. He was my role model. He was everything to me. And he loved the people he was around. He loved his family, his brothers, his parents, his aunties. He loved everybody. There was nobody in this world that he disliked or hated. He was just him. He was unique. And now that my role model is gone, I gotta finish what he started. I'm gonna finish and pick up what he started, so that he could look down at me in heaven and be proud of me once again. The day before my brother got killed,
Come on, son.
the day before my brother got killed, I was on the phone with him. talking about practice, how it's going, everything went. He told me he loved me. He told me, I love you, Kaden, for the last time the day before. And now that he's gone, I'll never be able to hear those words again. So I'm gonna live by the example he set in me and live my life how he wanted. Fulfill my dream for me and him to go to the NFL for both of us. I also asked that if anybody that was around that pool party at that time saw what happened, saw who's shooting, the car, the license plate, anything, I wish and pray that you send it over so I can get justice for my big brother. Because he didn't deserve this.
Thank you so much. As you can see and hear, there's a lot of pain in this family. They have a missing link. And I will reaffirm our commitment from the Sheriff's Office perspective. This is a priority one case. And we have more than a dozen detectives who are assigned to this case and who will investigate it. But this family traveled all the way here from New Orleans, Louisiana. And since they've been here, they've been surrounded by some of Memphis's best people. And so off camera, we have Pastor Rufus Smith, we have Pastor Donald Johnson, and we have Pastor Singleton, who've been walking alongside this family ever since they've been here in Memphis. And we appreciate their attendance here today as well. And before I turn it over for questions, I do want to say something. In addition to a grieving family, we also have a grieving football team at Ole Miss. And so for the players and coaches at Ole Miss, we grieve with you. We hurt with you. We're going to do all that we can to bring closure to this family and to his family of teammates. We will not leave any stone unturned. And with that, I'll take your questions.
You said that the shooting happened around 10:14 p.m. Do you know when deputies were able to get to the scene and then when the fire department, EMTs were able to get to the scene after that?
So we don't have the exact breakdown of that timeline, but what I can use is a term immediately. When the call came out, obviously the call is going to come out as a shooting, and deputies are going to respond urgently to the scene. So we can get that timeline combed out. But right now, again, we're in the infant phase of this investigation.
Can we have the names of Corey's mom and Corey's brother?
Yes, we'll share that with you following the press
Okay,
conference.
thank you.
Any more information on the 4 other people, before the victims that were shot? Is there anything else you can give us?
So,
Is there anything like that?
so as customary, we don't identify living victims in a case like this one. But again, 4 of them went to the hospital. 3 of them have been released. All 4 had gunshot wounds. 1 remained in the hospital and been treated for the gunshot wound.
Do you believe this was an exchange of gunfire? I know you mentioned 2 types of shells.
Yeah, so right now, there's no indications that there was an exchange. And of course, whatever I say today as it relates to the investigation, that can change. But there's no indication right now that there was an exchange of gunfire. But what we do know is that there are several, more than 40 shell casings found on the scene by at least 2 or 3 different weapons.
So you're assuming you're looking for multiple people, or?
1 or more suspects.
Is there a history of police calls in this specific area or neighborhood?
Yeah, so that's something that we are looking into. We did have a call at that location earlier in the day. It was a noise complaint. We responded. By all accounts, it seems like the host reduced the music, and so we did not have another call there until we responded to the shooting call.
Not saying the names of those other 4 people, but do you know if they were football players or just attendees of the party?
Yeah, so I can't get into that. Again, we don't really share much information about any other victims that's involved in that.
Any idea what might have led up to the shots actually being fired? Some kind of argument, anything?
Yeah, so that's a question which we have as well, trying to figure out exactly what led up to the shooting, what happens moments before. Right now, it's just a very complex puzzle that we're trying to piece together, and that's a critical piece of information for us to learn, so then we can figure out what led up, what happened after that.
The shooting itself, were the shots fired from inside that backyard, in the property, on the street? Can you tell us that?
No, not right now. Obviously, our detectives, and there are going to be some things that we won't share here publicly, but I can tell you that we did find multiple shell casings on the street near the scene of where we found our victims.
Are you able to share what type of firearms they were, aside from rifle and pistol rounds at this point?
No, that would be getting into some of the granular details of that, and we'll just hold that information back for right now. Any other questions?
Just do you have any comment, I mean, 40 shell casings in a party, a neighborhood, that's disturbing. Do you have any comment on that?
Yes, it's absolutely disturbing, and I only can imagine for those who live near this location how terrified they are. And so we have instructed our deputies on patrol to increase patrol in that area so that we can add just another layer of comfort, hopefully, to a neighborhood that's absolutely shaken right now, and we can understand that. This is not something that is common for that community. We're also looking into this particular party, so there could be some additional charges that come from that. But right now, we're putting all of these issues on the table. But our main focus right now is getting justice for Corey.
Thank y'all, appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is it.